Hello and welcome to a new video series we call A Walk in My District. My name is Damien Graham and I'm with the City of Raleigh, and I am joined today by our council member Patrick Buffkin of District A. Council member, great to see you.
Thanks for coming out, Damien.
One of the great things about this series is that we ask each council member or the mayor where they'd like to shoot this video, and today you chose
Shelley Lake Park.
Why did you choose Shelley Lake?
Shelley Lake is near and dear to my heart. I used to live nearby in the neighborhood, the first home I owned in Raleigh. And Shelley Lake is the crown jewel of our parks in North Raleigh, with a 2.2-mile walking trail, the art center up the hill, this brand new observation deck where we're standing right now, and a brand new comfort station just up the hill.
So if you haven't been to Shelley Lake, and there aren't many of you because it is a wildly popular park facility.
That's right. This is a place that reflects Raleigh's diversity. On a given Saturday, you can walk around the lake and hear 4 or 5 different foreign languages being spoken. People from all walks of life enjoying nature and getting a little exercise.
I mentioned that you are a representative from District A. Help just define what that means for folks. So the council structure is a little different. We have some members that are just for the entire city and some of them just from districts. So how is yours different? How's your situation different?
I represent about 1/5 of the city. My district is mostly north central Raleigh, between Atlantic Avenue and Creedmoor Road, from the Beltline on up to Durant Road.
You don't just vote on issues for just that district. You vote on all issues for the city.
That's true, and I try to strike a balance between a long-term vision for the future of our city and the local needs here in our district. And there's no problem too small for us to work on, because local government, being closest to the people, affects people's lives every day.
You, like many of the folks on our council, are brand new to council. I know you had some experience leading into that from the Parks Board. Share with us a little bit about that, and this being your first year as a council member, what has been your biggest surprise, and what is something you're most proud of?
Sure, the biggest surprise is just how busy our city is. We've got an incredible team of professionals on our city staff that are doing all the work that our community needs done on a day-to-day basis. Getting the trash taken out, filling potholes, planning for our future, keeping the community safe, be it police or fire, and many, many other functions. And that level of activity continues to impress me, as does the professionalism of our staff.
What is something that you're most proud of in this first year?
Well, I'm most proud of a decision that's coming to council right now. We're considering some major investments in our parks and greenways to position our parks to be a great amenity for the community into the future, as it has been for so many years.
Let's talk about that for a second. So parks, many would say that is one of the things that makes Raleigh so great. It's just how expansive our park system is. What is it that we're looking for now, potentially, with either just the investments in our budget or in a potential bond, that would either make it larger, or are we looking at more parks? What are we looking at here? What are we talking about?
Sure. So we have a very large park system. As you said, it's one of the things that makes Raleigh great. It's part of what keeps our character as the city of Oaks, preserving land, preserving open spaces, and maintaining beautiful parks like this. Of course, that takes a lot of resources. And as we've built out our system, we found we don't have the resources we need to keep up with ongoing maintenance. So we're looking at that in the budget this year through a very modest penny increase in our property tax to fund that ongoing maintenance. We want to support that with some major capital investments through a parks bond that would help do major projects, even potentially renovating the Sertoma Arts Center that's just up the hill from us.
Yeah, it's not enough just to have something. You have to kind of maintain it, otherwise it loses its quality. And so that's the way to look.
You do, and we built a lot of stuff in the 70s and 80s in our park system. It was meant to last 30 or 40 years, and time's up. So we've got roofs that need to be repaired, HVAC that needs to be replaced, gym floors that need to be reconditioned, greenways that need to be repaved, and comfort stations that need to be built so that our trails are usable for people of all ages.
So one last question for you before we wrap up. COVID, I like to ask all the folks who come on this video series. COVID was a tough year for everybody. What's it been like for you, particularly as a new member of council?
Yeah, it was an incredibly challenging year, and it was challenging in so many ways. I count myself and my family as fortunate to be among the people that continued to work. We worked from home, made it work best we could. The biggest lesson coming out of COVID is we're a resilient and creative people. We've done things that we hadn't imagined we would need to do, like turning our streets into outdoor dining areas. But we've also learned that we've got people in our community that need to be cared for. They're vulnerable for a variety of different reasons, and I feel a lot of support from the entire city that we have a strong social conscience. We want Raleigh to be a place that offers opportunities for everyone, regardless of their walk of life.
Well said. We appreciate that. Well, Councilmember Buffkin, thank you so much for taking time with us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.